Alrighty, well, good morning, South Mississippi. Happy Sunday morning. It's the first morning of February. It's a very cold morning out there as well. We're going to go ahead and get started here shortly. We've got a lot to talk about in the forecast. Of course, our cold temperatures for today. Also, we're going to start to see that warm up as we head into the afternoon. Most of us making it up into the mid to upper 40s today. Also, as we head into the next couple days, gradually getting warmer each afternoon. That's what we're going to be seeing. Tonight's the last night where we're going to see those hard freeze potentials for South Mississippi. So I've got information on that as well. A quick side note as well. To any high-frequency radio users that may be listening, we did have an X-class solar flare this morning directed towards Earth, so that does mean that communications may be spotty. There may be interruptions or complete loss of contact this morning. That is what that is about. So there are no other impacts expected outside of anything else. So this is just an impact for high-frequency radio users. Everyone else no needs to worry about anything there. But this is the Beau Rivage camera over in Biloxi right now. It looks fantastic out there. It is very cold, and we still have a little bit of a breeze going on. So if you are heading out, you want to layer up. Also, you're going to notice yesterday and today we do have that very, very extremely low tide. This is a combination. Of course, we're close to a full moon. So the tides are going to be, have a much higher range during a full moon. Also, we had the winds out of the north. That's helping push a lot of this water at least a little bit further back. So just a couple things to note out there. You'll definitely notice that extremely low tide throughout most of the morning today. This may continue into the midday and maybe into the early afternoon as well. High tide expected to arrive as we head more into the late afternoon later today. Let's head over to Gulfport. Looking at our Hancock Whitney camera over in Gulfport. We've had ice on this camera earlier this morning. It looks like the sun has come up and that has started to melt and started to move on out, but that does go for show that we do have the potential for any humidity or any condensation that has built up anywhere overnight may have froze overnight early this morning. But as of right now, it is 26 degrees at the Gulfport Airport. North winds at 13 miles per hour. Still a little bit breezy out there. We do have a dew point of 11. Very dry, so very dry air out there. We're also that feels like is down around 15 right now, or the feels like, or the wind chill is still in the teens, and that's going to continue as we go through the rest of the morning. So if you are heading out there, maybe heading to church, or you're taking a walk, a Sunday morning walk, you've got to layer up. It is very cold still. We're dealing with temperatures below freezing, winds above 10 miles per hour. That does work that wind chill down into the teens throughout the rest of the morning at least. Things will really start to improve as we head later into the day. You can see satellite and radar here. No cloud cover anywhere nearby. A couple clouds over in Louisiana, but that's about it for right now. We're going to stay nice and dry all day. Now, we do have the extreme cold warnings. They only go for about another 30 minutes. Once again, this is because of those extremely low wind chills. Some spots, it's possible, especially our coastal areas, this may be extended for another hour. The higher wind gusts may continue to lead towards those very, very cold wind chills over about the next hour or two. So even if the warnings do expire, that doesn't mean it's just perfectly safe to go ahead and get out there. It's just make sure that you're dressing up properly. Heavy jackets, hat, gloves, multiple layers is still going to be needed throughout most of the day today. Lots of parades going on as well, of course. The crew of Bark Luxie over in Point Cadet in Biloxi. Things are looking much better than yesterday for parade conditions. Most of us will be back up into the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. We still do have that wind out of the northwest, so it will still be breezy. It feels like our wind chill values are still going to be down in the 30s, so definitely wear plenty of layers. You need the heavy coat and the gloves, but at least it's not as bad as we did see out there yesterday with some of those very high wind gusts and very low temperatures. Now, our forecast high temperatures for today, like I said, most of us should make it up into the upper 40s this afternoon. Some spots may be lingering there in those mid 40s, but definitely quite the improvement, about 10 degrees of improvement from yesterday afternoon. Another thing to kind of think about is the wind speeds. Even though the gusts are still going to be pretty windy, at least the wind speed is starting to come down. Winds will still be from the north or the northwest throughout most of the day. By the time we head into the evening hours, winds will be mainly out of the northwest, becoming a little bit more westerly. And at that point, we do start to see those gusts and the wind speeds start to chill back down to less than 10 miles per hour. So lots of improvement as we head into the afternoon in terms of the wind chills. Now, it's going to be another night where we need to have those cold weather preparations ready, both on the coast and inland, because it is going to go below freezing. Most of us are going to be spending about 10 hours or less below freezing tonight. So not a long-term freeze this time, but temperatures will still be cold enough where you want to protect pipes, drip faucets, plants and pets need to stay inside. Check on people as well if you're using a space heater. Always remember that that needs to be plugged directly into the wall. You cannot use an extension cord or anything like that. Let's put some numbers on that. Temperature-wise, tomorrow morning, most of us waking up in the upper 20s. Some spots, especially further inland and along our rivers and creeks, they could still get down into those mid to lower 20s. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we head into those afternoon hours, or I should say late morning hours, especially around the rivers, the creek beds, those low-lying areas where that cold air does typically linger much longer. Just want to watch out for those temperatures down in those lower 20s, but everyone else looking at those upper 20s for tomorrow morning. Now, low temperatures over the next several days, we're going to see quite a bit of improvement across the area, especially by Wednesday morning. Look at that. We're waking up in the 40s, and there's another cold front on the way. I know, not what you wanted to hear. The good news is that it's not a very strong front. It will bring the temperatures right back down. Morning temperatures into the 30s. A light freeze possible Friday morning for our inland areas. But as of right now, the coast looks like it might stay above freezing for that system. So that would be very nice. Very slow improvements here as we were moving through the winter months. It is now today is the first day of February. And of course, end of January and beginning of February tends to be, on average, the coldest part of the year for South Mississippi. So I'm kind of going through the thick of it right now. But let's talk about those afternoon temperatures. Much better as we head into the rest of this week. Monday, tomorrow, most of us working our way back up into the 50s. By Tuesday, we'll be spending the day in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Then that next cold front moves on through during the day on Wednesday. That'll bring those temperatures right back down into the 50s each afternoon. Tuesday, or I should say Thursday, we might struggle to get out of those 40s. Many of us, a high temperature in those low 50s. Next weekend, things look better. We head into the afternoons, remaining in the 60s both days, Saturday and Sunday. But looking at our rain chances, not much rain chance to talk about. So of course, the cold front moves through on Wednesday. That brings us the potential for some rain, but not too big of a chance. And we dry out behind that next cold front as well, keeping those rain chances very low across South Mississippi. But here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Let's talk about kind of recapping everything here. What we're going to be noticing is a very, very slight warming trend as we go through the rest of the week. By Tuesday afternoon, many of us are going to be in the 60s during the afternoon. Don't forget to protect those pipes, plants, pets, and people tonight. We will be going below freezing once again. Most of us waking up in the upper 20s tomorrow morning. Rest of the week, mornings do look to be much better. Many of us in the 30s and 40s for your morning temperatures for the rest of the week. Once again, a light freeze possible as we go through Friday morning, but tomorrow morning is the last of the hard freezes, at least for this round of Arctic air. Much more long term, we'll have to keep an eye on that, but overall, things continue to slightly warm up over the next several days.